name is Allendy Elie, and I'm doing this video for my good friend Clara.
En el día de hoy le vamos a presentar un tema muy importante, cómo hacer una entrevista en inglés exitosamente. Tenemos un amigo que nos visita y él nos va a contar los pasos de cómo hacer esta entrevista tan importante que todos nosotros necesitamos para obtener un excelente empleo.
Just to ask me how we can make people very successful in a job interview. How can you be successful in a job interview? So today we're going to talk about this topic because we believe it's something very important, because there's a lot of people out there trying to get a job, and it's not something very easy for them because they are not experienced enough. So we are going to talk about how you can be successful in a job interview. How can you be very successful? There's one thing that's the key to that. We call this preparation. So you need to be prepared for the job interview. And when I say preparation, I mean you need to be prepared physically, but at the same time mentally. So that's going to require from you, for the physical part, to rest enough. So like that, by resting, the body will get the energy that it needs to face the day. So you need to make sure that if you know you got a job interview tomorrow, at night you go to bed very early. So there's no need to go to bed like around 6, 7. There's no need for that if you don't feel like you need sleep around that time. But when I say that going to bed early, I mean going to bed around 9 p.m., 9:30, 10 p.m., 10:30 max. And then waking up tomorrow the next day around like 5, 5:30, 6, 6:30 max. Once you do that, the body will get all the energy it needs, because science says the body needs around 6 to 7 hours or 8 hours max to recover, just to get all the energy for the day. So once you make sure you get enough rest for the body, you will get all the energy that you need, and you will be very energetic. Not only that, but you will be very enthusiastic in that job interview. So remember, the first part of the preparation is the body. Make sure that the body gets the rest that it needs. And the second part is the mind part. That's the mentality. And when I say mentality, what I mean by that is make sure that you know what you're going to talk about, because you can go to a place that you don't even know, and they're going to ask you a question about that place that you don't even know. If you're going to go and apply for a position, in a job, you got to make sure that you know what they do there, right? And know exactly everything about them. What is the base salary there? Which is something very important for a person once you're gonna go apply to a place. So that is very important. Know exactly what they do. For instance, my case, I've been working in call centers for like 7 years. I've been like in, let's say, I work as a customer service representative, a technical support representative, sales representative. So I've been in multiple areas in a call center environment. So before I go apply to a place, I make sure that I know exactly what they're doing there. If it's sales, if it's customer service, pure customer service, or if it's technical support with customer service. So you gotta make sure that you know all these informations in order for you to know exactly what you're gonna talk about. Because the typical questions they ask in a job interview is, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? What do you know about us? How do you know about us? What do you think, or that you are the best candidate for this position? These kind of questions, or even they do not ask you these questions like very directly, but indirectly they're gonna ask you this question in some sort. So you gotta make sure you're prepared enough for that. So that's why make sure you investigate where you're gonna go apply for. So that question that they ask, the first question that I mentioned earlier, which is, tell us a little bit about yourself. When they ask people this question, not only people freak out, but it's a very, very simple question. What they want to know is if you are someone who is very loyal to what you say. And what I mean by saying what you say is, when you gave your resume to the person, so you already say something about yourself, right? So they want to know if what you already put there is exactly what you're going to say, or if you're not going to say something like the opposite thing of what you already put there. So that's why you got to be very loyal to your resume when they ask you this question. And you know, in your resume, the way that it arranges, first, you put your personal information. Second, you put your educational information. And after, you put your experience. And then at the end, you can put references. So you got to make sure that you keep the same order in your mind. So when they ask you, tell us a little bit about yourself. So make sure that you can say a few things about yourself. If you are single, if you have kids, so like that they can see that you are a very responsible person. So you really need that job. So they're gonna see if what you put there, it matches exactly what you're gonna say. And for the educational part, you gotta make sure that you tell them what you already put in your resume. What did you learn? Where did you go for college? What other studies that you made? What do you know? I mean, language do you know? That can be an asset for the company. So all this stuff, you gotta make sure that you put them there too. And then after, you can talk a bit about your experience, where you used to work, what you used to do there. You can also give the time, when you used to work in that place. So these questions are very simple questions, but you gotta make sure you're very loyal to your resume. And tell about yourself. Tell, for instance, talk a little bit about why you think you're the best candidate for this position. This question is a tricky question. You gotta make sure that you know how you're gonna answer. Because when they ask you, why do you think you are the best candidate? The best way to answer is not, I think. No, you gotta be very enthusiastic in that and very positive. I believe, not I think. I believe that I'm the best candidate because of this, because of that, because of this. And that should be very logical for the interviewer to see exactly what you're saying, so you really need that person for this position. Once you just take in consideration all these advices, I'm sure you will be very successful in your job interview. Thank you.